Today we are going to do an immunity boost yoga and gut massage program for this crazy time that we're living in when we all need a better working immune system. There's a lot you can do with your gut because your gut happens to hold so much of your white blood cell rich lymph system that will help you to fight infections. So this is good to help you speed your recovery along as well as prevent getting sick because your immune system is going to be working better. So we're going to begin on our backs. And if you don't have a Coregeous ball, you can also use some kind of a pillow and just kind of wad it up so there's a little bit of pressure. But right now we'll set the Coregeous ball aside and come to our backs with our hands on our bellies. Our belly, not bellies. Both hands on our belly, and we're going to close our eyes and inhale deeply so our belly rises, pressing our hands away, and then exhale and feel the belly fall and our hands falling with it. So I want you to use a counting method here. Inhale, blow and expand right into the belly for 4 counts. Hold for 4, and then exhale. Feel your hands fall for 4. And then pause for 4 counts. We'll count it together. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold at the bottom. 2, 3, 4. Repeat. Just inhaling. 2, 3, 4. Pause. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Pausing. 2, 3, 4. Continue with that breath. Feeling the rise of your abdomen, which is simply the diaphragm contracting and pushing your organs forward. So stay with that 4-count breath technique. We're beginning to stimulate the lymph system by moving the diaphragm in kind of a full range of motion for the diaphragm. It helps to stimulate the lymph system. The lymph system is this interesting one-way highway going north. And it doesn't have its own mechanism to circulate. So deep breathing, massage, inversions, tipping upside down, which we'll do in our yoga portion of the practice. And what was the other thing? It all helps to stimulate the flow of lymph, getting it circulating into the blood system better, and fighting our sickness battles for us. Okay, so hopefully that was relaxing and also stimulating. So now I want you to take your Coregeous ball or your pillow, whatever you might have, and you're going to put it right on your navel. Right there. I'm going to turn this way. Right on your navel and kind of lay over it. Now, if that feels like, oh, that does not feel good to my body, I'll show you an alternative. But see if you can kind of get used to it here. And I'll give you one breath technique and then show you an alternative. So inhaling, feeling your belly press against the ball on the inhale, just a small pause at the top of the inhale, and then exhale and feel your belly wrap around the ball and the ball kind of work its way into your deep into your organs. I find that I can feel my pulse in there. It's quite interesting. So again, if this is too intense, you can also stay there if it's not too intense. But if it's too intense, this is another way you can just clasp your hands over the ball and then breathe into that. And the weight of your hands and your arms can give kind of a similar effect, just not as deep. And so it might be more comfortable. But you're still breathing into the ball, feeling the pressure of the belly into the ball, and then just exhaling and feeling the ball dive deeper into your gut. I'm going to return to this. We're going to do a few more breaths, really focusing, and I'd like you to start initiating some movement in here too. And if you're on your back, you can initiate movement with your hands and the arms. So go ahead and just breathe in. Feel your belly press into the ball and then exhale. And you might stimulate your digestive system too, most likely, which can be a double handy help. So, a couple more breaths here. Find some new territory, getting a little bit wider, maybe rolling a little bit further away from the navel. And then kind of walk your elbows up a little bit and pin that ball right under the hip flexor, which is right on top of your iliacus, your psoas muscle. And then I have my opposite leg kind of out here, kicked out to the side. And this can be very relaxing too. And the psoas muscle is actually connected by fascia to the diaphragm also. So as you breathe and you massage into that psoas, again, it's going to help circulate the white blood cells in the gut. The gut bacteria makes a wonderful environment. So these white cells in the lymph system that is stored in the stomach, it's actually the richest place for your lymph system, richest area for your lymph system. Because of the gut bacteria, it makes this particular lymph like a superhero in Jill Miller's terms. And then I'm just going to roll over to my other hip flexor. So again, on the other side, right in that hip flexor, and I'm just going to gently roll that out. Because once we move deep into that fascia influences all the areas. It surrounds all the organs. So little tugs, little massages into one area will create a progressive effect throughout your torso, around your organs, diaphragm, deep abdominal muscles, as well as the superficial abdominal muscles. Take a couple breaths there. And then we're just going to roll off of there and come up to seated. Why did I do that? So from here, we're going to go into twists. Twists, again, are a really wonderful way of moving and stimulating that flow of lymph. So we're going to inhale and sit up nice and tall, spin around and look behind you and exhale. And take 2 more deep breaths here. Inhaling your spine long and exhaling, feeling the pressure on those organs, moving the lymph. 1 more inhale breath and exhale deeply, as well as twist deeply. And then on your next inhale, spin around and look over the other shoulder. Feel how that twisting action actually like wrings out things just like a sponge. And when we come back to center, the blood infuses, fresh blood supply comes back in when we come to the center. Now we're going to take a hold of our knees like this and just round our backs, side view, round our backs for cat pose, seated cat, and then inhale and open up the lungs, extend through the back, the spine, looking up, and then exhale. We're going to have a nice slow cat-cow here. Draw your belly button to the spine, activate those abdominal muscles, and then inhale and stretch the abdominal muscles. And exhale a few more of those. See how long you can make your breath. Close your eyes. Don't worry about the rate that I am doing this. Just focus in, activating those deep and superficial abdominal muscles to help send that lymph where it needs to go to increase our immunity. And last time with cat pose, and then come back to center, lengthening through the spine and sweeping the arms up, exhaling to the side. Squeezing through on the opposite side. You can feel the squeeze going on there. Inhale up and exhale. Opening one side. Movement is your friend. Inhale up. Movement, massage, inversions, squeezing, wringing. Go with your breath on this. Exhaling as you reach. Long exhale. Inhale as you open up. That's wonderful. Inhale up. Do 1 more on each side. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. And inhale. And then go ahead and extend. Well, let's keep our legs close And just lean over and let your head fall forward. So kind of a different way of compressing. You could actually put the Coregeous ball or a blanket in here for a little pressure on that gut. Take a massive breath there and exhale, and then switch legs. I'm going to try the Coregeous on it. Tends to roll away. Switch the other leg to the front, and we'll try this with the Coregeous. Inhaling and exhaling. Not as intense. Feels pretty good. One more breath there. Dropping the weight of the head. And then lifting up. Now we're going to take this one leg forward and the other leg bent. Cross it over. Hug it close into your body. And then another twist and look over the shoulder. Breathe. One more breath there. Feeling a bonus hip stretch there. And twist a little bit deeper on your exhales. One more breath. Squeeze the thigh in as you twist a little more on the exhale. And then rotate forward, switch it up. Get the spine long, wrap it around, and exhale to twist. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. One more time, inhale, lengthen, and twist and squeeze. And then we're just going to roll over onto our hands and knees and bring it up into a quick down dog. This is an inversion also. But we're going to just lift our heels and step forward and find our forward fold. So this is one inversion in yoga that can be very helpful for the lymph system also. If the floor is too far away, you can use your blocks or something to give you a little lift. Even a chair is a great idea. So there's 3 levels of the blocks, or put a little bend in your knees to take the pressure off the low back wherever you are, depending on your hamstring length. So we're going to lift up. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades to your back. Crown of the head reaches forward. And then exhale and fold. And do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Movement. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach. And exhale, fold. Pressing through the feet, let's bring some more movement into our bodies by reaching up and moving into Sun Salute A. I'm going to move my blocks a little bit further forward. And then we're going to sweep up. We're going to do this very intentional breathing. A little bit slower. Exhale, swan dive or down the middle, fold. When you need to breathe, inhale, lift. Just half lift. And exhale, fold. When you need to breathe, plant your hands and inhale back to a plank. So if you're feeling sick, you're probably not going to feel like a full plank. So you can come down on your knees. And again, this is not just for sickness, but to prevent sickness. So exhale as you move into chaturanga or down through chaturanga. And then press the top of your feet down, your pubic bone down. Inhale to cobra. And then exhale through the knees is a gentle way of moving into down dog. Or I'll show you another way on the next round. Sweep your hips back. My computer keeps stopping. And then we're going to come up high on the toes and walk it forward with bent knees, finding our fold. Sweep on the inhale to a halfway lift. Squeeze those shoulder blades. A little extra back work. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Reaching to the top, bringing it to heart center. And again, inhaling up. Exhaling down, either swan dive or down the middle. Inhale, halfway lift. Strengthen the back. Exhale, fold. Invert the body. Inhale, step it to a plank or a knee plank. And exhale, dragging the elbows along your sides and then pressing up into cobra on the inhale. The other way you can move into down dog is just taking your toes under and moving the body through like so. Another breath there. Inhale to your toes and walk it forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press through the feet, hinging from the hips, sweeping all the way up, touching at the top if possible, and exhaling to heart center. One more sun salute, and we'll add on, inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to a fold. Inhale, step it to a plank. Give you an example of the full plank in chaturanga. Exhale through chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog if that's your preference. And exhale, down dog. Take another breath here. And then sweep the right leg up on the inhale. And exhale to plant. Squeeze your knee to your chest and then place your foot there. Look to make sure that your feet aren't on a tightrope and then sweep it up into crescent. Reaching high and then bringing the hands to the chest and doing a twisted balance pose, twisted crescent or twisted lunge. Breathing. Keeping that back leg strong, up high on the back balls of the feet, Really giving yourself a good twist there, moving lymph along. And then we're going to twist that to center and step it back to a down dog. Exhale. If that feels too intense, you can also keep the back knee down, which is a little bit easier. And then go into that twist where one hand goes down and one hand goes up. We'll do that. Show you that on this one. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, plant. Get your feet set. So you can go up into crescent, or if that's too much work, you can bring your knee down. And your twist can be this way, which is much less work. So the other way is bringing your hands to heart center and then twisting. So either kind of twist, you're still getting a twist. Just depends on how you're feeling today. Take another deep breath here. And then turn to the front. Take it back to a down dog, maybe sweep if that feels good. And walk it forward to a fold. Exhale and really fold over. Inhale to a halfway lift. Lengthening everything, the whole spine, squeezing the shoulder blades. And now we're going to drop the hips behind us and move into chair. And take a couple of breaths there. Bring your hands to heart center and twist to the right. Our favorite. Chair is so good to get our blood moving, to heat us up. Take a look and see if your knees are even. Kind of helps keep that pelvis nice and stable and centered. And then come forward, drop your hands, exhale. Now every time we do a fold, know that you can use blocks to bring the ground a little closer to you. If your hamstrings are tight, and it also helps with low back pain. Breathe that out. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to chair again. Dropping your hips behind you, reaching your tailbone one direction and your fingers the opposite direction in a diagonal. Bring your hands to heart center, twist to your left. Keeping your knees as even as you can, really giving that organs a good twist, good ringing. Lymph system's moving like crazy. One more breath. And then exhale, come forward and fold. This time open your feet a little bit more. Take a hold of your elbows and just ragdoll. And just sway from side to side. Put a little more bend in your knees if you are protecting your low back. Or again, you can also do ragdoll. Let your head and shoulders really release, but supporting that back. All depends on who you are and what you're dealing with. We're going to step those legs back one more time and lengthen everything out in your down dog. Reach it back. Let your feet drop. And we forgot to tell you, it's really helpful if you have a wall that you can slide your mat up against a wall, because we're going to finish with our legs up the wall. So getting nice and close to the wall, like that, and then lying down, and then spinning with your legs towards the wall. If you have a little bit of time, you can start with opening up the legs. Now that they're a little bit warmed up, letting your hamstrings and your inner thigh muscles, your adductors, get a nice stretch while your heart rate comes down. One more deep breath here. And then bring your legs back up. Open up your arms and totally relax. If you like the sensation of feeling your belly rise and fall, you can do that. But mostly it's the time to relax and let this inversion assist us in our immune system's job. Our lymph is flowing through our movement, through our deep massage, and now through the positioning, helping it to circulate north. Take some nice deep breaths. And then just settle into a normal native breathing, kind of an unconscious breathing pattern. I would encourage you to stay as long as is comfortable and as long as you like, and enjoy this very restorative. Restores your whole body with the bonus of improving your immune system function. Thank you so much for tuning in and sharing this practice with me. Namaste.